Alrighty, welcome back. I am tbham, bringing you game number 2 between Sad and Mineskiller from the Team XT in-house tournament. And spawning up here in the top right of Star Station, down 0-1 in this series right now. It is our pink Protoss player, still with a super cool alliteration. It is Sad. And his opponent taking the 1-0 lead with some nice mass mutaplay off a double Spire. It's our red Zerg player, Mineskiller. So double Spires is not something I often see, especially in Heart of the Swarm. Given the Mothership Core's ability just to recall home if he needed to, but Sad chose not to do that. He chose just to go the base trade. He got pretty far. He did kill the third, and he did kill the fourth of mines, but he just was unable to really hold off anything back home. He had nothing back home to do any damage, and he lost basically every single one of his workers to all of those mutas. So interesting play for mines, and an early scout is actually coming out for mines. He's probably a little bit worried about any kind of a 2-gate play or some kind of cheese, given that he is up the 1 game, and this map is forced cross spawn, I believe. So it is fairly easy to proxy on this map, since you know where your opponent is blindly. Oh cow man, moo indeed. So Mineskiller is just going to move out and check and make sure that no shenanigans are happening. But Sad is once again just going to go for probably a gateway expanse. And Mineskiller is even going hatch first this match. He did go 3 hatch before pool last game. Kind of doubt to see the same exact play 2 games in a row. And this drone is going to get here and see exactly what's going on. He's going to try to deny. Actually, wow. Well then. I don't know what exactly. I don't know if he's going to let that finish. If he's letting that, that is intriguing. Looks like he's probably going to let that finish. So he lays down a hatch right in Sad's main base. I thought he was just going to try to deny the placement of the cyber core, but he's actually going to put a hatch right in his base. He'll likely cancel it. I don't know if he's going to actually let that finish. But it is going to be annoying, and it's going to force Sad to stay home with every unit that he makes for a while. Zealot will be able to get a good amount of work done, and he did expand behind this, so he's probably going to want these minerals eventually. And Sad is likely going to expand as well with this probe moving out. Yeah. So Sad's going to take his natural. Mines has taken his natural, and Sad has seen that. So, and there is no gas right now. So I don't know. He may let this finish. It's not a terrible idea. Okay, he is going to just cancel and get the drone out of there. Mothership Core is going to come over here and kill the drone prior to it making that extractor. Also annoying trick of making the extraction, just canceling over and over, and just kind of forcing this Zealot to stay home. But Sad is going to start walling off now with a forge, rather than any extra gateways yet. He'll probably add another gateway at least one more gateway down at his wall, and he does just do so. So probably some quick upgrading for Sad, maybe some sort of timing play. Interesting opening from Mines. He's starting to saturate his natural though. He is just now taking his first gas, so he can start getting up speed, so he's able to push away any aggression. This probe's moving first map, but the Overlord in a nice position, able to see this nice little hole where nothing can actually hit it unless you get a Phoenix out. Second gas coming up for Sad, a little quicker than the last game, but nothing too indicative yet. Still no real tech taken. His natural is also just finished, so both players are content to kind of push a little more macro game, as Mines takes his second gas, maybe a third one soon, or another hatchery. Yes, another hatchery's gonna be coming down, as he checks and makes sure that there's nothing out here. Oh, maybe another hatch. Where'd that drone go? There was a drone moving out. Oh, he made a spine crawler out of that drone. Okay. So second gas is finished. Third gas on the way. So at the moment, still no techs. Both players just droning up. 30-27 right now. This probe being chased away, making sure there are no shenanigans. Ling's running around the map, taking all the towers. There are a lot of towers. It gives you a lot of vision on this map, and with this Overlord, where it could be, as it is now, moving out, it's probably gonna, yes, it's gonna make sure it can go over here and get inside of Sad's main base and check for tech. And the tech is again going to be a robo facility first, rather than any sort of Stargate play. Last game, Mineskiller actually threw up spore crawlers in all his bases blindly. They didn't really do much for his main natural and third. His fourth, where he needed it, was what got sniped by DTs. It didn't really end up mattering too much, but Twilight Council and another Forge coming down. So +1 will finish, and Sad will go directly into +2, +1 as soon as this Twilight Council finishes and this Forge finishes. And so he's just going to go heavy upgrades, and an Infestation Pit is going to be an Infestation Pit and a Nidus network at the same time. So probably some Swarm Hosts and Nidus play at the same time. Since Swarm Hosts are kind of slow, and PVT, or PVZ, excuse me, ZVP, it's so difficult to creep spread, given observers just clear up creep as quickly as they do. He will likely put a Nidus somewhere near his third, or maybe just even throw it down right in his main and pop out a bunch of units. Pop out a bunch of, I would expect to see Swarm Hosts. You could just be using that Nidus so he can get closer quicker and start spreading creep right from there. And it is indeed going to be some Swarm Hosts going directly into this Nidus. This Overlord is going to be spreading creep at Sad's third location to deny that, and also just to have the creep there. He still doesn't have link speed. He's completely forgone getting link speed, and he's still on 2 bases. And Sad is adding on a lot of gateways, so it's kind of like a 2-base all-in versus a 2-base all-in. Looks like he's going for a blink +2 and also +1 with it. But this Nidus has started, and he's surely hurt, and he's going to be looking around for it. He doesn't know where it is. He does see the Overseer over here, but he does have complete vision of his base, except for this little small spot here, but you'd be able to see. So this Nidus finishes, Queens pop out, and some drones. So it looks like he's going to be putting Spine Crawlers and Swarm Host, just so he's not able to really get in there. But at the same time, Sad is just moving across the map, and he sees Swarm Host now. I'm not sure if he is turning around. He's turning around. Does he have any observers? I don't believe he has any observers right now. And one observer is out with his army. So you'll be able to see them eventually. But these Spine Crawlers are going to be canceled, and drones are just kind of running away right now. But this one Swarm Host does get sniped before it is able to burrow. Trying to siege up this natural, but somewhat sloppy, and losing at least one Swarm Host there. But actually, he has the high ground vision. He's able to sit here and try to attack this gateway up here. But Sad is just moving in. Also losing an sentry to the Spine Crawler. It's kind of a strange little force here. I mean, he doesn't really have anything at home but these drones, so it's not a terrible decision. It looks like he's content to just kind of put everything in here. Maybe he's going to build a base over here even from this Nidus. But he's going to kill off this. Okay, the drones are expelling over here, and he's starting to attack the natural. It's an intriguing play. There's 2 sentries right now and an immortal in the mothership core. Just kind of attacking everything while he gets sieged up over here. +2, +1 has finished for Sad. And right now there's not really much of an income for the Zerg player. He's basically lost all mining, and his main is getting attacked right now. So he's going to have to rely on the army that he does have, which is 8 Swarm Hosts, really. And wow, that's intriguing. Sad is getting out Colossus to deal with the Swarm Host. But yeah, Mineskiller is going to take a hatch over here and just kind of relocate his base next to Sad's base. Nothing you really see that often. Wow, I believe he recalled home. He recalled home with this layer at 58 HP. I think he was expecting that to die prior to, or he knows he has this pylon, he can just run in there and snipe it if you want to. Right now his concern is being able to protect his base right now. All of these drones, that is a lot of drones making the long trek home right now. He gave up trying to take this base. The Overseer and the Spore Caller here are going to be able to keep away any observers from seeing all these Swarm Hosts, and he is up to 11 Swarm Hosts right now. It's a healthy number, and versus right now just one Colossus, another one coming out. Range is still under halfway done. So mine is able to do a fair amount of siege damage, but he just has been mining for so long. He does have a large bank right now, but there's not much he can do. He's not much he can produce right now. He is making a spire behind this, like this, so he can try to take out these Colossus. But the Colossus are just going to stay here and take out all these locusts as they come in, kind of piecemeal. All the locusts aren't spawning at the same time. They're kind of coming in like a few swarm hosts at a time are spewing their locusts. And it's giving Sad a really good chance just to move in without it doing too much damage. And with some Blink Micro, he'll be able to move in on top of these swarm hosts, and he is going to move them back at the very least. He doesn't have the Nidus back home anymore, so he can't really evacuate. And he's actually, well, he doesn't have a Nidus anywhere. I'm really confused where this is going to go. These queens are all sitting in this Nidus swarm, and there's no exit, and they all just died. So there's a nice queen slaughter there. They were just queens, but it's a lot of units to lose for absolutely nothing. With his bank, Mineskiller, he's going to put a bunch of spine crawlers up, but Colossus don't care about spine crawlers at all. It will, however, stop any zealots from running in for a bit. But with 2 observers, Colossus, and nothing but swarm hosts for the Zerg player, it's going to be a tough defense for him. +2, +1, still the only upgrades right now for the Protoss player. He hasn't decided to start upgrading anything else, and it is 49 to 38 workers. Yeah, this is an intriguing play. These 2 swarm hosts are kind of, I guess they were going to go, they weren't quite burrowed, and he had rallied his locusts to go forward, and those 2 decided just to roll on forward and be ridiculous. So Sad's going to start pushing in here and taking out these spine crawlers. Yeah, the arm supply is going to be gross in a bit. These force fields are keeping the locusts back from doing anything. 2 observers with no way of actually killing them. A bunch of mutas are going to come in. He does have 11 mutas out, but with the observers, he's going to snipe all these swarm hosts right now. Drones coming off the line, trying to hold. But yes, Colossus and a bunch of stalkers against some locusts, and are down to 10 mutas now. There's not much hope for a Zerg player. It looks like Sad will take this to the 3rd set. Right now, he's just kind of unable to break him right now. Just more stalkers and some mutas on the way for Mineskiller. Sad behind this has taken his 3rd base. This was kind of swallowed up by creeps. He wasn't able to take it at the natural 3rd location. But he is spinning Chrono into all of his gateways. He wants to just power up a lot of stalkers right now, since the only thing that he can't really kill are the mutas at the moment. He just wants to have a lot more stalkers. And again, with some Blink Micro, and wherever his observer's at, he didn't lose his observers. There they are. They're all with his army, so he does still see. He does see all these swarm hosts. And one large blink back. All these mutas are going to be dying, and that is the GG from Mineskiller. So Sad ties up the series against an interesting early attempted hatch block into Nidus swarm host play. Didn't quite work out for Mineskiller. I'll be back shortly with game number 3.